This is outrageous. It's unfair.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Hey everyone, how are you all doing today? Hope everyone's excited for what's coming this week. So in today's video, I want to go over something that's super quick, but it'll give you some insight on what Vader goes through every time that mask is attached to his face. Now, I've made videos on his injuries and his pains and this and that, but one thing that I never explained was how the mask attaches to his face. The knowledge today comes from the Art of Revenge of the Sith book, which goes over everything in detail from episode 3 and the art behind it, including concepts and so forth. I highly recommend getting this. It's a really cool book. Right here, it says, I wanted to hint that the mask is painful to wear, with lots of pointy things that poke Vader as it interfaces with him. Now just imagine that. Vader puts his mask on and all these needles extend to attach into his skin, into his flesh, and reaching his nervous system. This shows another level of pain that we never knew about Vader. Of course, he was sad and depressed and all that, emotionally, but physically, beyond just not having his limbs or burned skin for that matter, the suit itself was a pain to get into. Not to mention he would constantly have to have his body washed from all the dying and necrotic flesh, as well as taking him out of the suit for suit maintenance and regulatory checkups. I feel like the pins are symbolic in a sense because who would ever really see this? Who sees the inside of his mask in the movies, apart from maybe a couple seconds at most? There are so many lens flares and things going on at that moment that we don't really take a moment to appreciate what is really inside the mask. Most of our focus is on the red lenses that come on during the scene. I feel the needles represent pain and suffering on the inside, just as on the out. They serve as a way of connecting to Vader's nervous system, to regulate his body and synergistically work in unison to bind the man to machine, creating just one interface, so to speak. Now, these weren't the only things attached into Vader's body. He had tubes down his throat, as well as his entire suit had these needle-like things that would poke into his body and tap into his vitals, running diagnostics every millisecond at all times to assure optimal and elite functioning. They would even go as far as regulating the temperature within his suit if his body was overheating or too cold. That's how he could survive in space, on ice planets, and fire, maintaining a perfect state of homeostasis at all times. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of tidbit info. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
The Force will be with you always.